Well, first and foremost, I want to apologize to the guys over at MEL because my mic decided earlier it did not want to work. Not sure what the heck happened or why it happened, but you know, there's a reason for everything. Technical difficulties stink. Nonetheless, we are still here tonight for the Any Given Sunday game of the week at 10 p.m. here on this lovely Wednesday. We've got the Broncos at 9-5 going up against the 10-4 Los Angeles Chargers. Without further ado, we'll bring it to game time. Very interesting matchup here for the right reasons. As my brother E-Man comes through with the usual gong entrance. Appreciate you so much, brother. I'm gonna get that set up eventually, probably this weekend, for people to have entrances. Nonetheless, you see Lil Joe coming through with the 9-5 Broncos again. He picked 32nd in the AGS team draft. And kickoff is live now. Darius Davis is back to take this kick at the 5. And he's got room to get up all the way to the 34-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Saincy and these Los Angeles Chargers. Now, if most of you remember and were here, Saincy picked 2nd overall. Okay. That was interesting. The commentary was quiet, but nonetheless, we appreciate Lil Joe for getting the commentary fixed. So we're going to get this game started. Talking about these Los Angeles Chargers, not expecting them to be 10-4 after a slow start to their season. They're 2nd overall in yardage for the offensive side of the ball, and they're obviously led by the man himself, Justin Herbert. Almost 5,000 yards on the season, 43 TDs, 16 interceptions. He's taking 26 sacks. Monk Master, what's up? Good to see you. Agent, good to see you as well. Vale, good to see you. Saincy, you're here. Good luck. Again, guys, Any Given Sunday game of the week. Week 16, we're almost near the playoffs already. Herbie has Kyron Williams in the backfield, takes the handoff, going to get a free first down, and he barely breaks 3 tackles, all missed hit sticks for a first.
First down.
I got Bang in the building. What's good, Bang? Good to see you. We got to speak a little bit about Bang here as things go on. And you remember, after these games, we are going to start transferring most of these to the YouTube channel. The link is right there in the chat. Subscribe and like some of the videos, please, as Kyron takes his second handoff for a 4-yard gain. No huddle from the gun trio setup. Goes play actions on that trips left, sends the flood to the right, and is sacked. That's going to be Franklin Myers getting the sack there. Loss of 10, and Herbie and company have got to get all the way up until about the 50. The 40, I believe it's a 46-yard line of the Broncos. Calling him a dev game is crazy. But looking at the AFC currently, Gons, yes, Gons of all people, defeated JaVale this last week. So he's 11-3 and on top of the AFC currently, where JaVale is in second with a 10-4 record. And these Chargers hold third currently. Has a man wide open, and to the end zone we go. Touchdown, Brendan Rice. I don't know why he ran cover 4, knowing that the match concepts are still broken in this game. But son of the legend, Jerry himself, Brendan, takes us to 7-0 Chargers. Brendan Rice on the season, collecting his 10th touchdown, so he's now in double digits. And he's just shy of 900 yards on the season after that touchdown catch. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays the rest of this game. He's got his 50th catch on the season, as Lil Joe's going to spin to the inside and go down the 23-yard line. And now it's time to talk about that Broncos offense. Again, they're 9-5 here. They currently hold the 5th seed in the playoffs. They would play the Bengals if the season ended today. And just to give an update, Smitty did defeat El Mel. The Browns will have now moved to 8-7, where the Bengals fell to 9-6. They're still leading the AFC North by a game. Play action fake here for Bo Nix. Corner route wide open. Gonna be caught by Greg Dulcich, and it's a free first down for Bo Nix.
First down.
The AFC looks very muddy on the playoff side. Again, you got your division leaders in the Texans, Dolphins, Chargers, and Bengals. The 5 through 7 seed, Broncos lead the way currently. They're second place in the AFC West, with the Chiefs being number 6 here. Bang has a 9-5 record. Some good run defense there. And he's going to stop him after just a 2-yard gain. Javonte Williams on the carry. And then the Colts. Toothless and the Colts are at the 7 spot right now, and this is where it gets kind of muddy. The Jaguars are also 8-6, but I believe the Colts have head-to-head factor. Buffalo is 8-6 after taking a crucial loss to the Lions last week, and then the Browns are now going to be 8-7 in that same mix. So those bottom 3 spots are all kind of cracked and crazy. No gain here for the Broncos. DJ, it's good to see you. Diesel, good to see you as well. Congrats on your win. Forgot who you played that fast. I want to say it was the Steelers. So 3rd and 8 on the way. Bo Nix trying to get this first down. And with the company he keeps, you see Cortland Sutton and wide open to the sideline, but dropped. A pass going towards, believe that was number 25, who is not on his roster list right at the moment. Give us a sec. We'll figure out who that player was that dropped the pass. It looks like he changed Javonte's number. I could be wrong entirely. Yeah, let's try to figure out who that was.
Let the heavens rage!
Chica coming through with a 3-month resub, putting the hoodie on and making it blue. Appreciate that so much.
Dang, the Broncos
Diesel,
in this game has a better record than the Broncos IRL Kappa.
That is very true. They do have a better record here in the AGS league. And Diesel, don't worry, man. You're perfectly fine. We know it's you. We'll make sure we mark that it is you. Agent, appreciate you for the follow. Thank you. I mean, look, you're a hardworking man. I understand why you're tired. It is what it is. You know, speaking about Diesel, we're going to talk about the NFC playoffs a little bit here as the Chargers get the ball back on the touchback. Ball at their 26 now after a 6-yard gain. The NFC side of things, y'all have Itchy as the 1 seed right now, and there's a fumble, hit stick, Kyron loses the ball, and he's gonna get back up and start moving to the 27. Lost the ball with the swiftness, got popped in the backfield and just said, nah, bro, I'm good. I can't hold that. And that is all on the Broncos defense, which is really, really good there. And he has a man open across the middle of the field. He's going to throw this out of bounds, and they're going to call intentional grounding. So Bo Nix will lose 12 yards there instead of taking the sack. It made a great defensive play there. Not going to lie. Baron Browning with some beautiful work there. Oh, y'all are just all screwing up tonight. That's crazy. You know, it's the nighttime. We're going to give y'all a pass. We know who your team is, right? 2nd and 22. He lost 12 on the intentional grounding. Had a man over across the middle. Cortland Sutton looks to get open across the middle. Instead, he'll go underneath and pick up 4 yards, 3rd and 18. Lucky enough for him, it looks like he is in field goal range for Will Lutz. Believe Will Lutz on the season, if we go look at his game log here, his longest kick of the season just happens to be 57 yards. So as long as he can get within this 40-yard line where he is fine. This is a dome. SoFi is considered as a stadium. Oh, no, you guys are sorry to me. We know you know. Like I said, long days, things happen. Clock winding down. He just gets the hike off here. It looks like man coverage. Corner routes get open very late. Gonna force underneath, and it is Dulcich again with a first down. And out of bounds at the 12 he goes.
First down.
Greg Dulcich making it shake, quake, and bake out here in Los Angeles. Dulcich, the 6'4" tight end. On the season, he currently comes equipped with 8 TDs and 634 yards, and down goes Williams in the backfield. That may have been James Cook, excuse me. No, actually, 38 is Jaleel McLaughlin. James Cook and Javonte Williams are actually injured, if Neon happens to be correct. So it's Jordan Mason and Jaleel McLaughlin who will be in the backfield. Mason is who dropped the pass earlier. He had no stats for the Broncos just yet this season, and what is easily a free pass interference will not be called on Derwin James Jr. 3rd and 13. Those Chargers fans saying, "Go Chargers, go," and charging up as we get a lag spike here in the middle of the first quarter. It looks like the Chargers try to take the electricity out of the Broncos play style here. Try hard, good to see you. After Eagles, go Falcons. Said what I said. 3rd and 13. He gets to the 1 yard line. He gets a free first down and 4 more downs to move here. Has a man open. No, he is not. It's picked off. Intercepted. It looks like JT Woods on the pick there. And the Chargers have the ball back at their own 10. A great drive ends in tragedy, if you will. And now we get back to Chargers football. But we got to talk about that Chargers defense just a teensy-weensy bit now. It's crazy because he is 31st in passing defense. It's Boo Nix, I have to. That's a bar. I like that. If I steal that, you get credited for it. It's fine. As Ladd McConkey's going to take the jet sweep. And sweeping will be done by the Broncos. No gain. Again, it's a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. Broncos with the turnover just now. Zig route wide open for Mr. McConkey himself. It's a first down and more. Going to stop and deglet his way to the inside to the 33-yard line. Beautiful move there, getting that zig route to pop outside. McConkey is having a beautiful season as a rookie here, leading the Chargers with 78 catches, 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns. Longest reception on the season was 70 yards. Baldy in the building. Good to see you, Jay, as well. Handoff is to Kyron Williams. He came over in that trade with the former St. Louis Rams. I almost said St. Louis. That's why I went there. They're SoFi buddies, the Rams. So Kyron just changed locker rooms. And that's going to end the first quarter here. 7-0 in favor of the hometown Chargers. And before I had brain fog, we were talking about the NFC playoff side here. Itchy is the 1 seed, 12 wins currently with the Seahawks. The Giants and Bodge had that great 7-0 start, have lost 3 of their last 7, so now they are 11-3, still at the 2 seed right now. Baldy and the Vikings are 10-3-1. They had that tie with the Rams earlier in the season. And then the Carolina Panthers, at 4 wins, 10 losses, is leading the NFC South. We'll have a whole spiel about that after halftime. 5th seed is currently the Washington Commanders with 11 wins as well in that NFC East, as McConkey with his 3rd catch on the day picks up 9, 3rd and 1 on the way. For the Chargers, trying to get another 3rd down conversion. I think Kyron Williams will get his name called on the screen, or maybe a draw. We'll see what happens. Kyron is in the backfield. Parham, McConkey, Johnson, and Rice flocking as the weapons. Johnson is in motion. It's a jet inside zone, and Baron Browning snuffed it out. No gain. Did I think you were going to beat the Giants in the MEL Snipes game? I didn't have a pregame prediction, but when I saw you up 21-7, I figured you would hold on to the lead. Now, I didn't see you letting it get to 28 up. I did not see it going 28 up at any point, because he was in the chat mad that you picked it off without looking at the ball. But I mean, that was just good defense in my opinion. So, you know, I am glad you got the win. You irked it out, and Herbie's going to throw one into the dirt. It's time to show the favorite button, people.
Turnover on downs. You bum.
You bum indeed. No 4th down conversion there, and a waste of the interception. Broncos get the ball back with great field position at the Chargers 43. A free blitzer gets in. Fumble for Bo Nix. It's picked up with one hand. Joey Bosa to the crib. Defensive touchdown for the Wagers. crazy enough to think that that would happen, and the Chargers take a commanding 14-point lead. So, as always, I love to say this. Maybe I need to make something for this. But if you had under defensive touchdown on the wagers, you are cooked. You are cooked. And I see a lot of unders here. I think nobody wins. Literally everybody has under except El Mel. We'll focus back on the game here as Mason takes this one and loses 3 yards. Bosa, who just returned that fumble, 6 on the tackle for loss. Yeah, so listen to this, right? Like, L has over. Literally everybody else has under. L is the only one with a perfect ticket left. That's crazy. And he has a wide open man across the middle of the field here. Gets the pass off, first down.
First down.
The first down there is to Troy Franklin, the superstar rookie receiver at 6'2", 92 speed he comes equipped with. Looks like Troy's having a decent season, 28 catches, 8 touchdowns, 700 yards now. Bo Nix out the backfield here. And this is the Battle of Oregon, guys. As you know, Herbie was the Oregon quarterback before drafted by the Chargers in the first round. And then Bo Nix did the same thing for the Broncos and Sean Payton and company, as Mason will do the slowest spin possible, but he will gain 9. 2nd and 1 from the 47-yard line. Broncos have gotten to Chargers territory, I believe, on every drive. It just has not ended well. He has 2 turnovers in his opponent's side of the field. 1 for 6, and then the other just went for nothing. The 2nd and 1 with just over 4 minutes remaining in the first half. If you have Chargers first half, you look great. And the wheel route opens for Cortland Sutton, but he throws to the sideline. Mason was there. They will not call intentional grounding. It's 3rd and 1. And you can hear the boos. You hear the loud roar from these Chargers fans. Bo Nix does have some legs on him. Pause. He has 109 rushing yards on the season. Instead, he goes with the power run here to the outside. Goes Mason. He picks up a hard-nosed first down.
First down.
And it looks like he's going to have to figure it out here. Javonte Williams and James Cook, the 2 leading backs. It says Javonte Williams has a pulled groin. He's out 3 more weeks. And James Cook has a cartilage tear. He's out for 5 more. So they'll be back, both of them, in the middle of the playoffs. So 2nd and 12 now for the Broncos. They need to put 7 on the board here no matter what. They do get the ball back at halftime and can still make this a game with ease. But looking at these wagers and the selections of what we have here, we're currently at only 14 for the over-under for the score. The spread is Chargers 6, which is currently being met. Intentional grounding once again. So loss of 13, 3rd and 24. Can't keep putting himself in these positions. I think what he has to do and make a change in the second half, he needs to step up in the pocket. I literally think stepping up in the pocket is the answer, but until he does such, it's going the Chargers' way the entire way. Bo Nix has taken only 19 sacks on the season. He has now thrown his 20th pick, and on that handoff, they only gained 6, but they're at their own 48. He could coach his call and go for it this half just to waste it, but he'll punt instead of giving them good field position. Darius Davis on the return, trying to bounce all the way outside, breaks 1 and goes down at his own 22. Looking at the rest of that NFC playoff picture again, Commanders are 11-3. The Eagles, Diesel, won against the Steelers. So they, was that this week or last? I can't recall. It was last week. So they are 10-4. And then Dallas. So all 4 NFC East teams are currently in the playoffs as it stands here in AGS. And Kyron gonna try to take and juke with a head fake, and he head faked himself. No huddle here for the Chargers as they gain no yards. Cornerbacks on the way to swap, and there's a timeout called by the Broncos. Did not like what he saw for his defense. And then looking at who's in the hunt in the NFC, the Rams are 7-6-1. They have a leg up on certain people because of that tie with the Vikings. The Cardinals sitting at 7-7. And then the Detroit Lions are also at 7-7, knocking on that door to get in these NFC playoffs. There is a flag down, probably going to be for holding. Parham makes a great block, and Kyron's out of bounds. And no, it's illegal contact on Jonathan Cooper. So a huge gain for the Chargers, and they get out of bounds at their own 45. Free declines of the penalty. He did go out of bounds, so this clock is stopped, but they will run it because the penalty was declined. And it is to 2 minutes warning. And, you know, I said after halftime, but I'm going to speak on this now. The NFC South is a damn shame, okay? The two leading teams both are 4-10. Literally 4-10. The Panthers have the head-to-head matchup, I believe, over the Saints currently. They are both 4-10. The Falcons are 3-11, and the Bucks are 1-13. You should all be ashamed of yourselves, especially you, Jay. Just ashamed. He had QJ wide open on the outside. Not sure why he didn't take him, but Kyron will get a first down. I do not know if my replay button is working. I don't think it is, but Quentin Johnston was wide open, like butt naked. Not even trolling, not being funny, none of that. Like, I think he just intently missed him. Blitz on the way. Kyron read like a book. Goes down. Micah Hyde, a former Buffalo Bill, takes him down after a 2-yard loss. Hey, yo, what'd I say? Parham's open. The other Dragon's open as well. It's Brendan Rice who got the touchdown earlier. Hits him with a stiff juke, a double juke, and that's an easy peasy first down. Bruised ribs for Baron Browning. You might want to bench him. Because, again, there's a lot of scenarios that can happen when you look at how the playoffs. I know what I said. I truly don't. Sometimes I say things during these commentaries, and I don't remember what I said in the next 5 seconds. My mind programs to move on to the very next play, like, immediately. So sometimes I will say something that may be pause-worthy, and I will say pause, and I will not remember that I even said it. So clip it. If you got proof, send it to me, because I don't know. Gonna use her a corner on the zig route and goes to the end zone on a post route. And what should have been an interception is called out of bounds out the back of the end zone. In the red zone are the Chargers, 3rd and 10. Trying to run this up to a 21-point lead and make a statement as he is aiming for the 1 seed in the AFC. Herbie with all day long Parham. It's looking very spooky dooky here in Los Angeles. And speaking of Los Angeles, their next 2 games after this, the Patriots and the Raiders. So they've got it easy by those standards. And unfortunately for the Broncos, he has the hardest schedule left, I believe, in the AFC playoff hunt.
Ooh, spooky.
Because he has the Bengals in El Mel next week. And then he has Bang week 18. So pretty much that week 18 matchup will determine who the 5th seed is going to be between those Broncos and Chiefs. Yeah, it's kind of weird because he does play Gons this week. Bang can knock Gons down a ladder. And Saints can be tied here as Bo Dip had all day, and Greg Dulcich with a great catch and run gets all the way up to the 45-yard line. Timeout Broncos. It's odd enough thinking because Bang's last 3 games versus the Texans, at Pittsburgh, at Broncos. So this is Bang's last home game this week. He steps up into the pocket, has room to run, takes off with Bo Nix, and gets out of bounds at the 43-yard line of the Chargers. Good way to step up into the pocket. I like taking the run there. Nix with trips left. McLaughlin's in the backfield right now, making some adjustments as he goes. Cancels the play actions, moves away from the blitz. Has a man deep in the middle of the field. It's Troy Franklin, and he can't catch the ball.
Bruh. Nani?
Wide open man on the lob. Wow. Just unfortunate. Hands is off to McLaughlin, gonna bounce up to 3rd and 8 at the 41-yard line. This would be a 58-yard attempt, 1 yard longer than his previously hit long attempt on the season. And the meter's gonna shake as he fielded all the way up, and it's gonna be no good. Currently, as we go, it is a skunk in the first half. Chargers up 21-0. But you know, football is a game of a tale of two halves more often than not.
You suck.
I think Lil Joe got it in him. The Broncos do have the ball to start this second half, and going through what I think would be some adjustments. You know, it's obviously hard when you don't have your running backs. James Cook is a 92 speed monster. Javonte Williams is also kind of like a little beast back. And when you have that issue of not having your top 2 guys and having to resort to a Jordan Mason, a Jaleel McLaughlin, it just doesn't hit the same. And that's probably why this Chargers defense, albeit they're ranked 31st overall, is winning the battle of attrition right now. It's not necessarily that the Broncos are bad, because they're not. They have 9 wins. They have quality wins. They're going to have 10 wins on the season possibly and make the playoffs as the 32nd pick in the team draft. As there goes Mason to the outside, caught by Khalil Mack after a 5-yard gain. Second and 5, RPO, and read very well. The Chargers have Colson sit in that sub-LB spot and knock it out. We move to 3rd and 8 now. Very crucial play here, if you ask me. This may or may not determine the confidence factor for the Broncos. So 3rd and 8, he's going to press the outside corners down, but he's going to hover over top of Cortland Sutton one-on-one, and he goes with the man coverage. Everybody's boxed away right now. Nix just throws us out of bounds. And another bad drive by the Broncos is being boxed up by these Chargers. Interestingly enough, when they had their first matchup in week 6, the Broncos put up 45 points in a victory over these Chargers. When you look at the recap, Herbert had 434 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. And then Bo Nix had 283 yards, 3 TDs, but James Cook was the main benefactor. He had 116 rushing yards and 2 TDs on the ground. Then he had 8 catches for 188 yards and a tutty. So James Cook literally had made up 18 points by himself in that first game. And without him here, I won't use the word exposed, but he looks limited in what his offense can actually be. I feel like overrated is the wrong word to use. A forced pass on a crosser. It is McConkey. First down.
First down.
You know, the Broncos do have a good rush defense, but unlucky enough for them, their pass defense is abysmal at 27th. So this AFC West division is not good with pass defense overall. The Chiefs hold the 32nd ranked pass defense. So just imagine as he goes corner route, Poppy, Donald Parham once again, 2 TD game. Spooky dookie indeed. This is 28-0. Favor of the Chargers. Gonna jump in the air for free for free reasons. And facing a 4 touchdown deficit, you know, I would never ever say never when it comes to these Madden games. Super huge shout out to my guy Greg, man. You know, rest forever. I will always tell this story. It's funny as hell. I had the Chargers and he had the Raiders, or the other way around, I can't remember. I was up 31-0 on him in Madden 16, I think. It was the third quarter. He came all the way back. It was 31-all. I think he actually won that game. Like, that was like the biggest game I ever choked in Madden history. Pause. It was hilarious in hindsight though, because like when you get up 31-0, you get bored and you just start doing dumb things you're not supposed to do. And that was me that whole game, thinking, oh, it's whatever. I'll keep the lead. It won't matter. I can just run the timeout. Wrong. So when you get up big like this, I ain't gonna say keep your foot on his neck. I am gonna say keep time of possession wise and in your favor. And as I say that, Asante Samuel Jr. gets in on the sack of Bo Nix, loss of 7. He goes empty set now, and there's a stack to your right. Sutton is still out to the left. McLaughlin's on the inside on the drag. He has a man open, gonna chuck this one deep. It goes over the head of the defender. Cortland Sutton will pick up a Broncos first.
First down.
I know most people did not expect this game to go the way it is going, but again, when you don't have your lead backs, what do you expect? And Chad, you know, you gotta relax. He throws a corner route. Tutty, he's on the board. So Broncos find a way to put 7 up finally, like the ginger ale drink, and he's down 21. He's still got 2.5 left in this quarter and 7 left in the fourth. We'll see, can his defense finally show up and play? Darius Davis on the return, some beautiful blocking. He gets to the outside, and he's gonna get knocked down at his own 45. We still don't have a kick return here on the channel yet. You know, it's crazy. We're almost 2 months deep in, well, we're definitely a month deep into Madden, and we have not had a kick return on any commentated game yet on the channel. To go stretch run to the right where Kyron is going to keep the ball on the ground, pushed out of bounds at the 46. 2:28 left on the clock. Chargers has all the time in the world to just nurse a lead and make things happen, which leads us to go talk about the playoffs once again for any given Sunday. If Gons is to lose to the Chiefs this week, it does open up a portal of worms. The Chargers did not play the Texans. Neither only the Chiefs will be doing that, as part meets a first down to the 33-yard line of the Broncos. Herbie with 253 and 3 TDs, making it look easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, looking at it here for the Chargers, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna be 7 AFC wins if they hold on to this lead here. 7 AFC wins, which is good to have the wins in the conference. The the Texans currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 conference wins, and this game will have them lose. If they lose to the Chiefs, they will be at a 8 and 2 record, because they lost to the Jaguars. Was that a sim? Did he lose a solo? That was sim though. He lost a solo, or solo beat him? Can anybody confirm that solo beat Gons? That's a talking point, because Herbie gonna throw it away here. He's gonna give up on that one. 53-yard field goal incoming. If he takes the chance, and he will. Dicker the kicker, trying to push them up to a 24-point lead, and cannot do such. Kicks no good. 54 seconds left. Solid field position at his own 43. Only gotta go 57 yards to get 14 points. What's the worst that can happen? It is a one-on-one on the left side of your screen. He might take advantage of a streak here. We'll see how this safety plays, if he's going to stay middle of the field or not. He won't. He plays outside. That post isn't open. He's going to just get this ball out of his hands in 2nd and 10. So the Chargers have nothing but AFC games left. And so do the Texans. The Texans, last 3 games at the Chiefs, at home for the Ravens, and then they travel to Tennessee for their Week 18 game. So some people can play spoiler. We'll see what happens. Gons may not have that 1 seed on lock like we think. And the same can be said looking at the Dolphins currently as they take on the Niners this week, which is a free game for them, really. Next week, they take on the Browns with Smitty, and then they take on Messy Marvin and the Jets Week 18 in their last divisional game as Knicks makes a great move and Derwin James will slam him into the ground after a 6-yard gain. Luckily enough, he does not fumble, and the clock still ticks. Going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter here, barring any injuries or confusion. Spreads them out like butter on toast. 5-man lineup on the line here, disguising a blitz currently. It's going to be a run, and a run's not the right answer. Garrett Bowles just let Joey Bosa go free, and that'll bring us to the 4th quarter. The glass is broken. These teams have spoken. It's 28-7 lead. The Broncos can get it down to 2 possessions if they can score here. Coach's call, not even needed. It's the end of the game, basically. He can go for it the rest of the way. And go for it is what he will do. Knicks in a 5-wide set. Troy Franklin is in the slot. Tim Patrick's next to him. And Cortland Sutton's one-on-one. And then Dolchich is inside. He has the lob. He takes the chance. Franklin gonna catch it and get in the end zone. Took the risk once again, and this time the risk had a reward. And it's 6 points for Troy Franklin and Bo Nix, the former Oregon teammates. Kick up, kick down, 14-point game. Now, the beauty in this is that the Chargers could just hold the ball, chew clock rest of the game, and game's over. Or they could take their time, get down the field, score, and put the Broncos out of their misery, at least in this matchup. For this season, they'll go 1-1. Darius Davis to the outside. If he just went a little more to the right and got past the kicker, he could have cut back out and took it to the crib. Alas, that will not happen. 6:48 to go. 38-yard line for these Chargers. Okay, what are you calling cheese? The kick return or the touchdown? I got to make sure I address it properly. Fitz looking up Troy Franklin. I'm crying. I mean, the boy got 92 speed and he's a superstar. That's all I got for you. Ain't nothing more I got. 92 speed and he just beat everybody across the middle. That's very spooky. And he goes with a speed option. A different look there is Max Duggan, the former TCU quarterback, is going to come in and get a rush for 2 yards. Did not expect that. 88 speed Max Duggan getting in some action here for the Chargers. His 2nd game played on the season. Herbie has 86 speed. I'm shocked. Well, then again, he doesn't want to get hurt. Makes sense. Underneath he goes. It's a catch for Brendan Rice. He breaks the boomstick and gets a first down, 111 yards on the day. Again, for my wager folk, just to tell you what has already won and lost, there was a defensive touchdown. I believe we've seen 3 sacks on the night so far. The score is currently at 42, so the under is hitting there at least. And yeah, we had a fumble 6. And the fumble 6 was very interesting. He got smoked in the backfield. Joey Bosa picked it up with one hand. and took off for a 50-yard fumble recovery. Gonna continue to pass here. 2nd and 9 underneath. Open is Kyron Williams. Gets to the 31, and this clock's gonna keep ticking. It's a 1st down for the Chargers. So with this game pretty much being wrapped up, he's just gonna kind of control and drill things down. Troy Franklin's a rookie wide receiver from Oregon, because y'all are asking who is it. He was teammates with Bo Nix at Oregon, so they have like a chemistry in real life. I can't speak for Madden, obviously, as Kyron with a great move picks up 10, but a good hit stick by the Broncos. You know, Ayo, while I have you here, you're in the NFC. Who would you say is the biggest threat to you not making the Super Bowl? As the 5 seed currently, you know, I feel it's the only right to ask you. And Fitz, if you're here, because you're in the playoffs too. Anybody in the NFC who's here, by the way. Who do you think is your biggest threat from stopping you of making the Super Bowl? Only my NFC guys. AFC, they obviously think it's going to be L or Vel or... No, okay, first off for the AFC, right? Nobody thinks Gons is winning the AFC. Not a soul. Not even Gons himself thinks that. Sorry, not sorry. He gonna talk shit to me later. It is what it is. Who cares? JaVale's great, but somehow, some way, like he gets mismatched with somebody in the playoffs and it doesn't do him any good. There's a pick for the Broncos finally. It's all the way up to Joe Alton, and Rashawn Slater's not gonna get there. We might see a 2nd defensive touchdown. Herbie can't catch him. Broncos down 7. Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I definitely almost called that boy Justin Simmons. But then I remembered he's on my team now, so that ain't him. So yeah, that's the 2nd defensive touchdown and the 4th turnover, I believe. Or the 3rd. We had the fumble recovery. We've had a pick by the Chargers and a pick by the Broncos. So we're at 3 turnovers. We need 1 more. But as it currently stands, like that's 2 defensive touchdowns. And on the pick 6 was Chris Abrams-Drain. Rookie out of Missouri, a 5th round pick. He has a mullet. I don't know what the mullet got to do with it, but we are back to having a game. This was 28-0 at halftime, or 21-0 at half, excuse me. It was a skunk at halftime, but now it's currently a 7-point game, 3 minutes to go. All 3 timeouts by this Broncos defense. Jonathan Cooper's back on the field. I believe Baron Browning is back as well. Cover 3 is his defensive call. Underneath is open is Brendan Rice, his 5th on the day, and another 1st down. Bodge and really your whole division. I mean, if you had to rank your division right now out of who you play, rank them. And by no means, to the people who are listening and reading the chat as well, it does not mean whoever he puts last is the weakest in the division. They all have strengths and weaknesses. All of them have won bowls respectively across. Oh my goodness, crisscross applesauce, touchdown Chargers. Donald Parham going for his 3rd touchdown on the day. Stick work, quick work. And he just made 24 look like a fool on Dancing with the Stars, and he was dancing with the footballs. Not a good look. That might have been J.L. Skinner. It might have been 34. No, it was Micah Hyde. Yeah, Micah Hyde got crisscrossed. Doesn't go for the hit stick there. It's back to a 14-point game. But with all 3 timeouts, and we just saw a defensive effort, it's hard to not think the Broncos have a chance. I think they have a chance. I can't speak for the rest of y'all. I think they got a chance. But looking at the rest of the games for week 16 as it currently goes here, currently right now, Buffalo and New England are playing. Dump just started streaming. A matchup that's going to be very prime. Vikings versus Seahawks. As those 1 seed talks are going down in the NFC, Baldy has a chance to knock off Itchy. We'll definitely be looking up to keep up with that game and see what happens. Jay versus Fitz. Fitz, I need you to beat Jay, out of his misery. Speaking of Popeye plays Diesel this week in a matchup that kind of determines the favor of that wild card, as both those guys are already over 10 wins in that division. Another matchup that has a lot of spice to it. We talked about Texans versus Chiefs. Have fun, bang. Great pass to Troy Franklin, but just off kilter by Bo Nix. And then we have the matchup that everybody is not talking about, but they should be. Solo versus OG is a rivalry that like none other. Like if Solo wins, it's going to be so much shit talking in chat. If OG wins, it's going to be so much shit talking in chat. It's going to be amazing. Like it's actually going to be amazing no matter what. Like it's going to be a beautiful game. I got to watch that whenever it happens. Otherwise, other matchups that have mattered. Smitty again won over the Broncos earlier today. So that put him at 8 wins on the season. Bo Nix with a beautiful run to the Chargers 43-yard line. Another matchup that is prime and in effect. The Steelers and Ravens are both 7-7. Cooley is no slouch. Trent is no slouch. But they are both at 11-12 respectively in their conference, and they're in 3rd and 4th place in their division alone. Bo Nix gonna step up. It's not a sack, but he does not gain any yards. Timeout by the Broncos. Yeah, the AFC North is crazy. Mel is 9-6. Browns are 8-7. Baltimore or Pittsburgh, one of them will be 8-7. The other will be 7-8 and fall to 4th in that division. The Raiders have 2 wins. Patriots and Jets both have 3. The AFC South is semi-competitive. The Titans only have 6 wins currently, but they look solid. And there's a first down throw to Cortland Sutton. Trips left still for Nix. He goes no huddle. Play action on the way. Tries to force to the middle of the field. Joey Bosa and Derwin James are not going to allow Nix to go anywhere. I do not know how many sacks that is on the day. We do know that defensive touchdown, L. Mel is the only one that had it, and he misses Dolchich again. Nix just misses some key passes here. Once he gets his accuracies together, he'll be a lot better. I think he'll be fine in the long run as the CFM goes on throughout the entirety of this Madden season. So the Broncos have a very bright spot. They have a solid user who knows the game. Similar to how Bang was when he won his first Super Bowl here at any given Sunday with these Broncos. And he did that in year 1, mind you. That may be something you see here whenever the Broncos get healthy. But until then, Dolchich will get to the first down marker. They will give him the yardage, and he steps out at the 15. It's just unfortunate when you miss like key pieces like a James Cook, like a Javonte Williams. You can't be that bruiser, elusive style like most like. Jordan Mason is nothing like the others. He's open underneath, doesn't go there. Dolchich open late after the check and release. James will bring him down. Timeout. Broncos on the 7-yard line with 36 seconds to go. Unless he gets his onside kick in the TD here, semi-cooked. Semi. Second and 2, McLaughlin in the backfield. Nobody above the center right now. I spoke too soon. He's making some moves on this line of scrimmage. The trenches is 6-on-6 currently. And to the sideline he goes. Troy Franklin TD. He's gonna go for 2 now instead of later. Nix with a man not open on the side. He had a man open in the middle. Won't get it and is now down 8 points. Has to get the onside back. Has to get the touchdown and has to get the 2-point conversion to retie this game if he gets his onside kick. We saw a masterpiece of like this happen Monday night when Atlanta beat Philly. I'm bragging about that one forever. That if you want to call that my Super Bowl, by all means. Full power kick, and Quentin Johnston on the hands team will bring it in. The Chargers survive the Broncos here in week 16. For a game that started 21-0 to get all the way up to 62 points, it was very beautiful as Max Duggan takes the knee, and honorably there will not be a timeout. Great game by both these users. I think Lil Joe is a great user, having a great season. Definitely a beautiful way to survive if you're Sancy and move to 11 wins on the season and continue to lead this AFC West. He has to win out pretty much to win this division and pray he does not fall victim whatsoever. I'm sure he'll be waiting to see that Gons versus Bang matchup because that directly impacts the AFC moving forward. Gons loses this game this week, it could speak doom to everything. And Vale kind of has an easy one with the 49ers. I'm not going to tell him to sleep on Mike, but nonetheless, Sancy moves to 11-4. Lil Joe falls to 9-6. We appreciate you all for being here tonight for Night Scream TV for Any Given Sunday's game of the week. And again, for my folks from the MEL, we do apologize for technical difficulties. The mic just did not want to work for us at all during that game. Luckily, we did fix it for future games. We'll see what happens this weekend. I believe there's a Cardinals and Vikings game we got our eye on to try to call. But we'll see you all next time here on Night Scream TV, man. Thank you all for popping in and tuning in and chopping it with us and having a ball. And we'll see you next time.